Finally, welcome back to Scrub Hub Podcast, episode number 30.
Rub-a-dub-dub, welcome to the Scrub Hub.
I'm Nick.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Cheese.
So, we're back. We're bringing this back. Should be weekly again. What?
We're taking over the comeback. We were trying to get the gang back together, but people are busy.
Yeah.
A long summer. And me and Zach are back to taking over. Zach is already on his phone, so that's important.
It's fast.
I recently had to go over. We'll start with an update on everybody, so I'll talk for me and Zach.
Don't talk for me.
I'll talk for you because you were, Zach was a member of ISIS up until recently, and I had to save him from the Middle East.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, so, when he wasn't killed by an errant drone strike, he gave up the ideology of, radicalism and decided to come back over here and back to the United States.
Yeah, I gave it up, whatever you say.
So,
you're still part of it, deep down, right?
That's what you think.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm very tired. I haven't showered yet today, and
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. I'm doing as horrible as usual, though.
Yeah?
We're all
You
having
haven't showered today? What's your job?
I'm actually unemployed right now. This is a great idea. That's why I'm coming on Scrub Hub to try to find somebody to give me a job. So
you can reach him at his Twitter,
Yeah, find me on Twitter. Or you can just, if you want to go in and you want to Venmo me money at CheesyCheesy2, I'll take payments of 69 cents at a time, and we'll start from there. So that's what's going on with me, Hiatus.
Oh, man. I'm working. I actually have a job. I'm not unemployed like this bum.
Well, I'm sorry I don't have references like, radical Islamic leaders in the Middle East to use as references.
It really bodes well.
It helps out a lot.
It does.
They're all dead now, but
insane.
it's cool.
People love it.
They call them and they get to busy signal like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay, well, I'll just take your word for this. This is a good reference. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got a new phone. I finally am a team iPhone.
So you've had, you've been a part of both teams. What's your thoughts?
Oh my god. Android's apps are better, but iPhone texting it's no comparison. iPhone texting is amazing. Like messaging on iPhone. Hey man, why are you trying to break that?
Drudge doesn't care what I do with it. He said I could mess with it, dude. He said I could eat it. Yeah. I think playing with it is gonna be fine.
Okay. Yeah. But texting, messaging, iMessage, iPhone superior. Customization, Android superior, but I don't need to customize my phone, so...
Yeah, it really comes down to just kind of what you want. I haven't seen that it matters too much.
It's really just like, you can get more fun apps on Android, but then if you get, there are more... well-crafted apps for iPhone.
Yeah, definitely.
People spend more time on the apps they release for iPhone.
Usually on Android, you can probably find a pretty much complete free version, whereas you're almost always going to spend 99 cents on something on iPhone. But it's it's worth it, because sometimes you don't know if it's worth it on Android to spend money. But
absolutely.
If you're spending money on iPhone, it's actually going to be good.
Legit. You're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time. Other than that, I recently read that iPhone users have more sex, so...
Oh, of course.
Way to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I bought this phone. I was like, fuck your statistics.
Yeah.
I'm not a number.
I'm not a number, but my number is...
My number is for the
my
ladies.
social security number. The episode 4 of me being on the podcast where I finally revealed my social security number.
It took so long, man. All of us gave away our socials in the first episode. You missed out.
Yeah, well, I've been blinking mine, but it's behind... I'm stupid and didn't realize it was behind sunglasses. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so you know Morse code?
Yeah.
I don't think you do. Blink something for me. Yeah, okay.
No, and for me, I don't know. I've rebuilt the back of this. I think that's new. You can't see all of it in the wide in this really close shot, but it's cleaner. Working on other studio stuff, all kinds of fun things.
You wouldn't believe it, but we're actually in the basement of the old World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
We're at
Ground Zero.
We're at Ground Zero now.
It's
Scrub
great
Hub
because
Studios.
nobody distrobes you, and they see you walk out of there, and they always pay their respects to you. So it's you have this power.
Pretty insane, honestly.
Yeah, rockstar status is crazy.
Personally, I think 9/11 was bad. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, well,
I don't want to go out on a limb there, but
Let's not dive into politics.
Yeah.
We just recently graduated from college.
I did recently graduate from college. Despite all odds of me being a complete imbecile, I managed to graduate in 4 years. So, I mean, it's amazing.
Whoa.
You did too. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from you, Zach. But yeah, now I'm, like I said, look for a job, take it easy. A woman today. I went to today. I went to the dentist.
Oh.
And
Okay.
like my dentist is cool and everything, but I hate going to the dentist now. I'm being 22 years old because I just hate going places anyway. And this woman,
So this lady saw you in the chair. And
no. My dentist did me stuff in the chair today. It was chill. We talked about
9/11.
me graduating from school and stuff.
9/11. Yeah.
So I get up to the front of the woman. I'm scheduling my next appointment. She's like, "Oh, I see you've been having like really nice summer. I can see you like tan and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, that's just from mowing the grass." And I was like, "I don't really." And they thought that was the funniest thing. I was walking out the door and they were still laughing. I was like, "No, it really wasn't a joke."
That's just
They're like,
reality.
oh, and I was like, "Yeah, okay."
She had the same body language as you? Like she was doing the worm?
No, because she kept looking behind her because there was another woman that was laughing about it.
They were just laughing at you.
Yeah.
They weren't, like, what you said didn't mean... they were just laughing at you.
Yeah.
No, that's the implication here.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for explaining the joke. It's funnier when you explain it.
So the joke here, if you don't get it...
Is me, I'm the joke.
Yeah, there
No,
you go.
thanks.
Okay.
This episode we will explain all of our jokes. We want it to be accessible.
Yeah.
Well, we want to get the time here, so we got to explain everything we say. We're only going to say like 5 things, but we're going to explain all of them.
Yeah.
Way too much detail.
You went to the dentist.
I went to the dentist.
You're dying. Did you go to the doctor?
Oh, yeah, that's the one we got for a topic today. So, the past,
Your ailments. What's ailing you today?
Well, see, today I think I have...
Lethargic? I'm a doctor, by the way. I graduated from
Doctor.
undergraduate. Now I'm a doctor.
That's how it works. So, I think I have athlete's foot. I'm not sure. That's probably killing me.
Yeah?
I think I might have Lyme disease. I honestly still think I might have Lyme disease from that tick bite.
Oh, okay.
I thought I had IBS for a while.
These are some nice symptoms. Oh, okay.
Well, it's not symptoms. It's actually just diagnoses.
Nah.
Diagnoses.
Nah. Yeah, I'm the doctor here, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
You
so...
come to me, so I fix you, so shut up.
So, anyway. Yeah, I thought I had IBS for a while. That was kind of funny. My shits weren't like really like lining up the way.
Yeah, you gotta
shit
explain those in detail.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. It's been so long ago. It's been like
memory loss. We need to write that down.
Memory loss. Yeah. Do you need a tabloid? Is this too much to?
Yeah.
I think honestly, it's long-term exposure to irony, like radiation.
Iron deficiency. Okay.
No, irony. Like I'm being poisoned.
Yeah,
by
write down iron deficiency.
Right.
So it's honestly at this point, that's about it.
So Lyme, athlete's foot.
You've been taking your vitamin B12?
No, I don't take any vitamins.
Oh, okay.
No vitamin.
Vitamin B12 deficiency also.
I don't take vitamins because, as you said multiple times, that taking vitamins makes no sense.
It doesn't. If you get PSA.
Right.
Explain this.
PSA, 96% of vitamins that you're gonna buy in the market today are not vitamins. You're buying wheat and water that's in a pill, because there's no FDA regulation on vitamin companies, so they don't actually regulate. So unless you go to some place that is regulated, you're not going to get anything. So if you go to Walmart or Meijer or even Kroger and you just buy like their vitamins, you're getting like grass and random things. You're not actually getting vitamin B12, you're not getting vitamin D, you're not getting calcium or iron. You got to go to like Rainbow Blossom or like a really hippie vitamin shop to get good stuff.
No, for me, I just do children's vitamins because really the main thing is I don't have enough iron intake.
Okay.
And those actually have iron.
Yeah.
Like we can just prove because they rust.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like no denying that. And you can pretty much see that if I stop taking those, I turn gray because I don't take enough iron. So that's pretty much the only thing that I really worry about, and that's pretty simple.
Multi-days and like one a days, like for 1 a day men and 1 a day women, those are usually pretty good. But like if you're going for a specific vitamin, it's unless you get like a good company, you're gonna get like nothing.
Yeah. But I mean, in most cases, can't just diet pretty much give you anything you need, or is that not true?
Yeah, no, it can. I'm a dietitian now, also.
Yeah.
In case you guys didn't know.
Jesus Christ. You guys just talked about that for like 5 minutes. It's the worst tangent I've ever seen people go on in anything.
Most boring tangents.
See, you just don't like science anymore.
I graduated with a science degree.
You graduated with a science degree, and now you're like, I don't need it.
At least I'm not telling people I'm a fucking doctor when I went and joined ISIS for 6 months.
Hey, does ISIS need doctors?
I don't know. They usually are just dead or they're not dead. You know, we're pretty thorough about killing terrorists.
They have to do physicals, make sure they can run and stuff.
Anyway, so yeah, I constantly walk around thinking I'm going to die, but I'm not a hypochondriac or anything. I'm hoping for the best case scenario.
Here you go.
Fucking give me stuff, dude.
It's your prescription.
Yeah, take that to your pharmacist.
So anyway, so what are you Righthead's been up to? You been doing anything fun?
No, I work. I have a job.
All right, I guess we'll just, that's actually it today. Thank you guys for tuning in.
This is short podcast.
Apparently, this guy who set time aside from his busy fucking work week, and he doesn't have anything to talk about. So that's all we got to say.
What am I going to talk about? Let's think.
I mean, for the moment, we can talk about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Dude, I do want to talk about that because if somebody showed a video on Facebook, and I was like, because I'm half asleep, I was zoned into that and watched it.
You're half asleep and you're dying. You're like, I need to be on Facebook.
So, Zach, do you know anything about this game?
No.
So, it's cool. There's 100 people fighting. It's
at one point, it's just 100 people?
It's 100 people fighting. So, it's basically Hunger Games. All of you are happy in this pre-game lobby. You hop in a plane. You're on a plane together. Everything is great. And then you have to parachute out of the plane, just whenever you want. And then you land, and your goal is to kill everyone.
That's awesome.
Now, you can do it as single, so it's you versus 99 other people. You can do it as double, so it's 2 people versus a total of 25 teams. Or whatever, 50
other pairs,
50 teams, whatever. 49 other, or you can do squads, I think they call it, which is 4 people, which is what we'd want to do, but we only have 2 people in the moment in our team, so
I want to do this.
But it's a lot of fun because... it's a lot better than if you've ever played like DayZ and everything like those.
I've heard of it. Well, it's really the concept really appeals to me too because it's like I hate the idea of a game where I like skill attribution in games where like you experiencing the game is why you're good and versus like you unlocking shit.
No, yeah, there's
it's
like
just you like so if I could pick it up day one and I wouldn't, but like maybe go in and do decently, and then. It would, as opposed to a guy that's been playing it for. I mean, I think the game's still in alpha. Yeah, it's about to come out.
Yeah, it's but like right now, it is actually fine to pre-order. It's totally a functional game right now. Even if they stop development, it's still great. Like, that's my goal for pre-release things. Is if it's not great now, I'm not gonna buy it pre-release
because it's not gonna change that much.
Yeah, you can't imagine that. You have to pretend that they're gonna disappear that day, and so it's great right now. But the cool thing is, you're not versing NPCs. You're not going to get trolled by people. It is everyone there is going to kill you. Yeah. And so it's just run, find the best gear, and don't die. And it all comes down to skill. It's
and you can just hide.
So what's the weapon?
Oh yeah, I was going to get to that too.
So the interesting thing, we'll get to that in a second. So the interesting thing that really happens is that you can't just camp the whole time. Okay. The game actually has this circle that gets smaller that forces people to either run towards groups.
I saw this video. They did like a live action joke video or something.
Yeah, you have to run basically towards the middle of the circle or you die out there. So the game constantly forces everyone to get closer and closer. And if you're in the final like 4 or the final few percentage, the circle is tiny. Like it's just 10 feet away. It must be loud. Just 10 feet away is the other person. Just like they're there. Like there's nowhere else they can be because you can't survive out of that circle for very long at all.
So you don't have. What's your map? Do you have a map?
You have a map, and it just shows you and your teammates, if any.
Okay.
And so that lets you kind of figure out...
Does it show the circle?
Yeah. Okay. You definitely know where the circle is at all times. And the game has an indicator how far away you are from being in the circle, and it flashes. It tells you repeatedly. Like the game really tries to make sure that you know how to be in the circle. The map will even show a dotted line towards your closest spot to be back in the circle, so you can run along that line to get in there the fastest if you're out of it.
Is it like... If you outside the circle, you don't instantly die, but it's like 10 seconds to return to the battlefield.
It starts hurting you. It just starts hurting you over time, and basically the farther in the game, the faster it does damage. So like if you miss the first part of the circle, you could actually jog like a mile and make it back in and have just very low health. But if you're in late game and you walk out of that circle, you pretty much instantly die. So you basically can't just be like, I'm going to camp in this building. I don't mind about the circle. I've got like 5 seconds to get the shot. No, like if that circle runs around you, you're just dead. So, you know, it becomes this thing. Of course, you have to actually be pretty good at the game to get within that last amount of time. And of the like 20 games, done like 3 times gotten in the top 4. So, I mean, wow. It's all luck based. And the cool thing is right now they don't have any... There sort of is player levels, but I don't think it actually bins you. I don't know what they usually call that, but where it groups you with like skill. Yeah. So it is kind of random if you're going to get in a match where you're going to get totally owned or if you're going to do pretty good.
Okay.
But it is, if you've ever played CSGO, it's that style of combat where like if you don't know what you're doing, you die quickly. Like,
gotcha.
There's no room for mistakes in that game. Pretty much every gun can one-hit KO on a headshot unless you have headgear.
Dang, okay.
So
and you find all... So my question's about the gear. I'm assuming it spawns randomly.
It's random. There's actually a cool map you can get that shows you basically percentages of what areas have better stuff. Like the hospital has a higher percentage of health gear. But like everything is random every time.
There's a military base you can go to. I saw that has like guns.
It has lots of guns, you know, stuff like that. Vehicles pretty much spawn in certain locations right now. That might change. They've been changing the vehicle spawns a lot, so I can't make perfect statements on that. But basically, it's not like you can memorize, like, I know right where the sniper is. I'm going to go to that spot, get the sniper. Right. You can only go to places that you think have gear, but it's not even going to guarantee you get a gun there. You could just find, oh, look, I found a crowbar, and that's it. Like,
So do you start with no weapon?
You start with nothing. You can equip just some clothes, but that really doesn't help you. No.
That'd be sweet,
The most naked you can get is underwear.
Wait, is that the game? Is this the game where they'll find people and like you don't have a gun, so the person with the gun comes up to you and makes you like take all your clothes off?
No, that's DayZ or another one like that. You don't get trolled like that in this game. They will just kill you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't have any of that stuff going on. If they find you don't have stuff, you're dead. And the fun part in the beginning of the game is you can punch, but whoever gets the first punch in wins that fight. So your goal is actually, if you see someone, is to run, find a gun. Because the only way you can win in unarmed combat is to have a gun.
Okay. Oh, so you're basically screwed if somebody if you don't land the first punch, you just die.
Because you can punch the same rate, and since they got the first hit in, you will die. It would have to be that they have fallen or something previously and got hurt. Would be the only way, but. Because you parachute down, you can see other people. So if you see that someone landed right next to you, you don't run towards them. You run away and you find a gun, and then you can try to approach them.
Gotcha.
But
to be scary. What happens? So when you jump off the plane, like, is it rare that you actually land by somebody? Because I would think you would be like. Because I looked at the map, I watched a little bit of stuff.
It's a huge map. So the thing is that the plane goes in a straight line. So it's only so far you could theoretically escape from the plane in a direction. Okay. So if you either jump with a bunch of other people, you're pretty much going to be within the same area as them. And it might just be that you tend to not want to go towards a forest. You want to land in buildings that are going to have something.
Right.
So it might happen that if you jumped at the same time as someone, you're both going to end up going to the same building because there might only be one building there.
Right.
So it kind of indirectly forces you to find people early on, even though in most cases you can easily go far away from people and not have a problem.
And how long until the circle stuff starts triggering? Like,
you've got 5 minutes.
Or is it based on how many people die?
No. It's based only on timers.
Okay.
You could, everyone but like 2 people could die within the first second, and the game would just still have this giant circle, and it would take forever. I think the game pretty much always paces the same level of people dying. I mean, the crazy thing is within the first minute, you're going to have 10 people die. Just because so many people will go towards the same spot. And
yeah, like if you and me run in the same house and you get the gun first and just shoot me.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip, you're dead.
Yeah, there's no coexisting in this game. If you both land in the same building, only one of you is going to come out. I've never seen a situation...
Cool. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I've never seen a situation where you've managed to go into a building with someone else and... one of you not end up dying.
Because if you get the gun and I don't, and I just try to run away, you just run me down and shoot me.
Yeah, because you basically can't escape unless you could manage to find a car and not get killed in that moment you're driving away.
Is it really hard to so like as far as the aim stuff, like if I get in a car and I drive away, like is it gonna be hard for you to kill me in the car?
You know exactly where the head's going to be. If you're good at lining headshots, you're good. The only thing would be if you have angle on your advantage where you're shooting at the roof, because in that case it would actually probably...
What's the health of a car? Like, could you just shoot at a car and blow it up? Or
yes, but no. It takes too much. For the beginning, you'd probably only find a pistol or maybe a shotgun, so you wouldn't really... If you got lucky, maybe have an assault rifle, but you probably wouldn't find enough ammo in that like split minute to be able to destroy a car. So
I just love the open world concept of like a game like that where you're trying to kill everybody else because it's interesting. It's
all skill. I mean,
and luck.
It's luck.
It's like if you find good guns, and like, you know, like randomly out at some house in the game world. But if you land at the military base, you're probably gonna find like some good gear.
But I mean, it still comes down to skill. Even if you get the best items in the game, you can get owned in seconds. Because Michael and I have run around with some of the best gear, and you just get sniped. Like it's just sometimes you can't help it. You're running to get back in that circle, and if there's a sniper count up there, you can't engage them from there. You have to run back in the circle. So you win or you lose just trying to get there.
Does the circle shrink centrally to where it gets smaller towards the center, or will it?
It sort of moves around within the larger circle because it doesn't want you to be able to predict where to camp.
That's smart. Okay.
It forces. We don't really know. I think it forces the most people to have to move towards a new spot. So it would basically be whoever managed to figure out where, if it shrunk. Because it shows you where it's going to shrink to, but then it has to actually shrink this blue wall. Mm-hmm. So you do know where the next area will be. So you could get to that spot to camp, but within that spot, it could go anywhere. So even if you're in a nice camp building, it might move the next circle. So you've got like 2 minutes before you're going to have to leave your camp. So maybe a player will be running towards that spot and you can get them. But in most cases,
that's pretty cool.
You don't have to worry.
It seems like you'd be rewarded just for hiding. I mean, if you and avoiding people as much as you could, because like you only really win if you're the last man standing, right?
Yes, but you can't hide because the circle gets so small that if you hit the whole.
I'm talking to the end, like hiding to where you're forced to fight instead of like seeking people out. Because if you're just like, all right, I've got a good enough gun, I'm just gonna drive around and kill people.
You don't seek people out. It's just the act of traversing to the new circle is what gets you in these firefights.
Gotcha.
Because there probably is already someone there that maybe by luck that the circle went to their area and they were camped there. But so basically, you probably will have a vehicle or you'll be on foot, but you'll be running in an area going, that building probably has a person. I'm going to go and clear it. And so if you don't get sniped on the way, you go to the building, clear it, maybe collect items if there are any, and you proceed on. And so it's just basically if you see someone, kill them or you're killed. But
do you drop your items and to pick?
So there's a huge incentive to kill people because you get to loot them for everything they had.
Okay.
And I mean, even the most basic things that you could find on a dead body, like, 5 more bandages. It's great, I didn't have any health items left because none are in this area. So, there's never a situation where like, I don't want to kill that guy. I wouldn't really suggest following sometimes. It's best to let him go on, but it depends what gear you have. If you can pick them off with a sniper, do it. I mean,
I'd pick their nose with a sniper, dude.
What guns do they have? Like pistol? Is there like a bow and arrow?
There is a crossbow, but that's actually that's the most technically the most powerful weapon in the game, but the hardest because it takes, it has to actually fire and it takes the longest to reload because you have to. I've used it once and died because you have to know what you're doing with the crossbow. That's like advanced strats only. But they've got assault rifles, sniper rifles, shotguns, which are useful only early game or very late game. In the mid game, shotguns aren't useful because you never want to engage someone in close quarters.
Yeah.
If they're in the same house as you, you're good. But in most cases, an assault rifle will take you out faster than a shotgun.
How many weapons can you carry at one time?
The interesting thing is that theoretically, as many as you want,
okay.
You can have 2 main guns equipped, 1 sidearm and 1 melee, or melee, how do you want to say it? And then you've got your backpack space where you start with only being able to fill pockets essentially, but you find backpacks pretty quickly, and you can put any combination you want. But in reality, you would only ever have your long range, maybe a close range, and then your sidearm you almost don't use unless you run out of ammo.
How's the backpack set up? Is it squares or is it by weight?
It's by essentially weight. It's more of it's not number crunching, it's more of just a bar that fills, so you're not too staring at numbers, you're just looking at a bar going, I've got enough space, I can fit this.
It's
just
not
kind of by
Skyrim,
size.
but it's also not like Resident Evil. You had the
squares. Your inventory is just a long list. You scroll through.
Personally, the worst inventory system for me when you have to fit stuff in there.
Cubes, I like it. I like that
system a lot because it's very visual.
Yeah, I like the puzzle of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like it because if I'm trying to just grab something, if I'm in a cave, that's why Skyrim I liked it. There's I found this really cool thing. It's I'm encumbered or over encumbered. So it's I'll just drop whatever I don't need.
Skyrim's different though because you are getting a lot more items.
Right.
With Player Unknowns. you would only have like a few things, so that's totally fine. It depends on number of items, because like with Skyrim, I would hate if he had that cube system. To be honest,
I've never played Resident Evil, so that's just the difference to me. I just hate in concept of the thing, so I don't.
Yeah, no, in Resident Evil,
everyone has been cube system, storage system. There might have been one that didn't use it, but I'm pretty sure the newest one definitely uses it.
I mean, I think it was like System Shock or something that started using that system. And it just made sense in early RPGs. It's great. You don't have to do a lot of thinking. It's very visual. You can open your case and go, there's 5 spots there. I can fit, that much space, and you're done. But yeah, with the backpack system, and then things you pick up, like certain pants have like slightly more space and stuff. It's just, you don't even really focus on that. You just mainly look for a bigger backpack. And the game's really nice. You don't have to memorize names too much. It's just like backpack level 1, level 2, and level 3.
That's cool.
The highest number. Helmets, level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay. A level 1 helmet can take headshots from the back, level 2 can take a little bit more headshots from the back, and a level 3 actually has a face shield, so you can take a full headshot in the head directly on and not die.
Dang.
Except for maybe like the sniper.
Well, I can do that in real life anyway, so it's...
Yeah, I don't even need a helmet.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, the game's a little different though.
Seen the scene in Superman Returns whenever the bullet stops on his eye and it just like explodes?
I was thinking about Brandon Routh today.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know, I was just miserable.
You usually think about it? Yeah, well, he's a miserable person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's like an allegory for us coming back on the podcast. It's like, when you first saw me, you didn't really care for me, but now I'm back and you still don't care for me. Just like Brandon Routh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but then you see him in Pulp, or not Pulp, wow.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, no, wait,
You see him in Pulp Fiction.
Let's go ahead, let's riff on that.
In Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah, but I was thinking of how he says on the DC show that nobody cares about where's the atom. That's what I was thinking of.
But I was about to say Pulp Fiction on accident.
You did. Also, Edgar Wright's best movie is Baby Driver.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I love that movie. I could talk, like, as much as we just talked about...
The soundtrack should just be the songs that the guy makes in the movie.
You know what? I bet a couple of them are. If the soundtrack's like correct or mixed well, like, and then like the guy who put it together does a good job. For like Django.
Edgar Wright did
a lot of those movies.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Beck did the entire soundtrack for that. Like, it was just all Beck originals and Beck like old songs.
Beck. Yeah.
So yeah, Michael got home at 6 a.m. So he just woke up.
What a guy!
What a dweeb!
Yeah. Third shift, man. Right?
I used to work third shift. Third shift at Amazon, where I had to pick a dildo off of the. I was like one of the persons that pushed around the cart and like filled up the boxes. I had to pick up a dildo, put it in the box.
It's pretty cool. They let you pick your own stuff that you order.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually did it on my phone in the parking lot because you're not allowed to have your phone inside.
You have to leave your phone in your car.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have any electronics. You're not even allowed to have like
a digital watch. You couldn't have a digital watch.
Some
would it mess with something, or they just don't want you to be on your digital watch?
They just don't want you to like privacy matters and stuff.
Yeah, privacy matters, and then they don't know if you're technically stealing it.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Because you could just open package and then be like, "This is my phone."
By that like vein, they would be like,
You have to be naked.
Yeah. That's like American Gangster, where he makes him like do the cocaine, and then he's like, "Oh, this girl's," and then that was cool for me when I was like 12, because I was like, "These girls have their titties out. That's pretty cool."
Titties,
Yeah, but then I was like, "Oh, they're also sorting cocaine."
Yeah.
Hey, cocaine's
cocaine. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a roller coaster. How long have we been going here? We got a timer.
Probably 30 minutes, a little more.
That's pretty crazy. First 30 minutes.
But yeah, so any more questions about Battlegrounds? Because
Battleground, no. So stats. That's the only question I have. Are stats the same? It's like when you begin, everyone has the exact same stats.
Yeah, there's pretty much no stats. It's just how much damage a gun's gonna do.
Okay. Well, so you could run forever. You never get tired.
Yes. Yeah, you can run forever.
And everyone runs the exact same speed?
Yeah, everyone's... Okay. There's basically no skill advantage, like, as far as in-game. Like, your character's not going to be more beef than someone else unless you find better gear. Like, it all comes down to...
But there's not gear that'll make you faster?
Not the time. Oh, energy drinks make you a little faster, but only for a short time. So, like, just consumable items. But, like, no, you will not get these permanent stat upgrades. So...
I'm going to talk like this the rest of the day.
If you see someone, you know exactly like how they're gonna be able to react unless they have an energy drink. But other than that, there's no like, oh that dude has like perfect accuracy, it'll auto lock onto me. No, And they really crack down on hackers. That's not even like a problem.
How difficult is it? Like, so you carry like, I'm assuming if you find an energy drink, do you have to drink it immediately, or can you put it in your bag?
No, you put it in inventory. And then there's hotkeys.
If you there are, so you can.
But you could swap to it, or you can use it in your inventory. The inventory is actually really fast. I give them credit. You open your inventory. If you right click something, you use it. There's actually a small delay because like it would be cheating if you could just sit there and camp on your heal button.
Yeah.
But there's like 3 seconds it takes to use an item. But other than that, you would open the inventory, be able to use an item, and be able to still kind of react to things. And if you manage to stay pretty much in the same area in that time period, it'll apply.
Okay.
So basically, it's just so you couldn't sit there with full med kits and just be taking sniper ammo and you're just right clicking and healing yourself, because that would just be so lame.
So they have like bandages and then full med kits that would restore your whole health bar?
There's bandages that will only heal like 10% at a time, up to 75% in total, so you can't fully heal off bandages. There's something else larger, I can't remember what it is, and then there's like a health pack which will do like 50% but only go up to 75%, and then there's a med kit that'll actually do up to 100.
Okay.
It'll actually be able to fully restore you, and those are almost completely rare unless you're at the hospital, which you might find maybe 1 or 2. Like, that's how crazy it is. The entire hospital.
They got the school, right? They said that's where a lot of people fight at.
Yeah, the school actually has...
From my knowledge, they do.
Yeah, no, the school is, it's not as much of a thing now, but like it has some of the best weapon drops.
Really?
Besides the military base, but like if you're thinking about it, you wouldn't want to go to the military base.
The school has the best weapon drops, huh? Huh. All right, don't know what they're trying to say here.
But no, yeah, I mean the school, like the cool thing is when you're out of the plane, you can see all the other parachuters. If you see no one going towards that, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. You fly to that school, and you're like, oh.
So your parachute's pretty, like, you can actually move in the air. It's not once you drop, you're like very little control.
So you free fall and you're skydiving at that point, and then at any point until the final last part, you can pull your parachute at any time.
I would just smack into the ground and die. And
no, it does. It's kind of like real life. It does automatically pull your chute at like 200 meters or something.
Okay.
Wait. When you really skydive, there's like an automatic deploy where...
Yeah, you have a large altimeter, and it actually knows your altitude, and when it gets to a certain point, it will automatically pull your chute or your reserve chute if there's a problem.
That's pretty cool. I didn't never know that.
So, like, because if you pass
out...
you're
going to try to kill yourself?
If you're soloing...
No, I was just going to continue to eat KFC for lunch like I did today until I died.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Which, shout out to KFC. I was hungry and, like, in a bad mood, and then I ate you for lunch, and I felt worse afterwards.
Extremely lethargic.
Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate that. I had 2 pieces of chicken and some coleslaw on a biscuit, and you would think that wouldn't like.
That sounds terrible. That sounds like absolutely disgusting. So yeah, I understand how you feel.
I don't know how that would be like absolutely disgusting.
Because it's KFC.
Oh, I didn't know you had this such a strong opinion about KFC.
Yeah, no. Unless you're getting like the little snack thing.
Dude, the snack sandwich is the best.
Yeah. The snack thing, that's
one time I snuck those into a movie and ate them.
I've never like tried to sneak in fast food to a movie. Sneaking candy all the time, because
candy's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, and fuck the prices at the concession stands.
Like, I know that
it's like a 75% upcharge or something.
Yeah, legitimately, because that's their way of making their money back, because they don't make enough off tickets that are $20 a piece.
Yeah, the movie theater near us has gotten crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's Regal. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it used to be
the anti-Regal podcast.
Anti-Regal podcast. Even though we're literally going there later today to see the new Spider-Man.
Well, we don't really have a choice unless we want to drive over to across the bridge.
I'll already be across the bridge, Bucko.
Yeah, but then we'd have to drive all the way out to the theater. Yeah, it's just inconvenient.
Theater with beer in it. That's what we're going to.
I'm about to wait.
There's a theater that serves beer.
Yeah, I know. We went there for something, didn't you? Would you go with us?
Never been there, man.
It's the one over by the card shop.
The only thing I snuggled. I snuggled in
the movie. It's like, ooh, my blanket.
No, I snuggled in.
Which Zach was terribly afraid when he saw Baby Driver last week, and he's like, I'm gonna be cold. No, I can go to the movies like this.
I was wearing swim trunks and a tank top.
Well, that's when you just got to do one of those things where you suck it up and you just not a pussy.
I probably wouldn't have been cold because I had the flask full of scotch that I was drinking throughout the movie. I finished that during the movie, and then I just kept looking at this film like, whoa.
More like Baby Drunk Driver, am I right, folks? Folks. Okay. Yeah. Nope. I'll
actually talk about something, but I forgot. Hang on.
Well, no, I'm not gonna wait. Baby Driver's probably the best movie I've seen in theaters in several years. It's really good. I can't remember. I mean, honestly, the best movie I've seen. I don't remember the last time I saw a movie that I liked this much. It's pretty good.
Don't remember last time I watched a movie.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of true too. I mean, I was usually a good theater going boy, but I kind of
every Sunday you'd go to theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, probably like
and sometimes on Wednesdays.
once or twice a month.
Bible study.
Yeah.
All right, Zach, did you figure out what you're thinking?
Yeah. Did that big brain of yours do its work?
Yeah, I did. Nah, it's not very big.
No, it's not.
The topic or?
No.
Wow.
This is great dead air, man.
No. The thing I was thinking about is what's the thing you felt most accomplished about sneaking into a movie theater?
That's interesting. A smoothie from like a smoothie.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, two smoothies actually.
You
My
got it
sister,
from
my
Smoothie King?
sister, yes, my sister got a smoothie and another smoothie in.
It was you or it was your sister?
She got it in, but she had to keep it upright in her purse.
See, I was more impressed because I thought you literally just like got a smoothie and then just put it down your pants and you were like, "Nah, that's my dick." And he was like, "What?" Because then you're running the risk of if that thing opens up in there, you're just spewing smoothie down your leg.
I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's discharge."
Mine was one of those shitty Monster import. They use real sugar.
I've done those. I snuck one of those.
Like one of the big ass ones.
Yeah.
Because I put it down the front of my pants and I had a belt on, so I just tightened the belt to where it fit perfectly right there. And the guy kept looking at it, but he's not gonna. No one's gonna call you after that. You just.
Who works in the movie theater and is like, today I'm gonna look at people's crotch and accuse them of smuggling in food? No, everybody that works in the movie theater has two things in their mind. I don't want to be here, and hopefully Donnie lets me get high behind the dumpster lid. It's the only things you think about when you're at the movies.
Also,
and you work there.
If you got like a bag of candy in your crotch and you're smuggling it in, they're just gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, this guy's got a fupa." Like,
yeah, dude.
If someone calls you out for that and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's that right there?" You literally just look them in the eyes and go, "I've got a fucking fupa. Leave me alone. I've got a fat. What is it?"
Yeah, no, I don't want to go into this. Well, I just want to ask.
We gotta explain to the pod.
It's a fat upper privates area.
Pussy area.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a fupa.
So, my whole thing is, what would possess somebody to actually call them out if you were iffy on it? Because like I just don't and as far as embarrassment goes, I just don't.
You'll never get called out unless you're like blatant about it.
Well, if you're holding it, I think that would be the main thing.
Holding it, or I think if you were to actually walk in with your pockets full of something and then start selling stuff on the other side, they would probably get really mad.
The only time I've even gotten called out for it was I had an open Monster energy drink because I used to be human trash.
Well, when you're in high, that's before you can drink alcohol. So you're just like, energy drinks, they're pretty fucking cool.
They're pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but look at me.
I was openly drinking this, and then I put it in my pocket or something. Like I just slid down the pocket and I was like, I'm not gonna be in trouble for that. And I had it to where you can still see it. Like, you just blatantly see the top of this can, and they're like, no outside food or drink. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Yeah.
Well, Ty just walked up with a bag of fries one time.
Yeah. We just got done eating.
Like, yeah, sir, you can't take that in there.
We just got done eating.
What are you talking about? And they're like, those French fries. And he's like, oh, okay. And just like went and like, I think I
ate half of them and threw the bag away.
I think a girl was with us and she was like, oh, I'll put them in my purse. And he still got his fries, which pissed me off because like, he tried this shit. I shoveled my fries in and feel horrible and have to watch this movie uncomfortably.
Honestly, if I'm working in the movie theater and someone just walks in with a bag and I'm like, what is it? It's fries. I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, give me a fry and go on in.
Yeah. I wonder if you'd get fired. I wonder if you get fired for letting.
That's the thing I wonder is that I'm sure they don't have any interest at all. Obviously they wouldn't, but like, are they like, this is the one day my manager might be watching me, and if I don't say anything, I'm gonna get chewed out. You know?
It's like, yo, take my job.
Take my job and take my life.
Well, see, back when we were in high school, getting fired from the movie theater would suck giant ass.
Now, if you got fired from movie theater?
Well, back in the day, you and all your friends, you could see as many movies as you wanted for free, basically. And you could get like 2 people in for free. And now it's like you can see 1 movie for free a month. And other than that,
because it's Regal, dude. It didn't used to be Regal.
Yeah, it used to be Great Escape.
Regal was like while we were in college.
Shout out to the real OG Great Escape.
Dude, the Great Escape theaters, dude. Holding it down, the real ones. Which I think Great Escape just got bought out by
Regal. Yeah, it did.
Regal has that dumb roller coaster thing.
Oh, I was about to bring that up. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, dude.
You're a popcorn kernel or something. You're on a roller coaster ride. And it's stupid.
Oh, also popcorn. when you get those kernels, the coating of a kernel stuck in between your teeth. It's probably the worst feeling of things
that
you can
shell,
get stuck
that
in your
outer
teeth.
shell.
Do they sell floss at the movie theater? Because that would be a great markup.
No,
idea.
that's why I got kicked out. You said you were trying to sell stuff behind
He was
the
like, I got
ticket thing.
floss.
I got floss.
Well, you were yelling it like a carnival barker.
Well, yeah, and it was just a string I
Get
pull
your
out of
floss.
Yeah, you're like, get your floss here. I'm trying to watch Star Wars, and you're just yelling about floss.
Yeah.
It's too bad movies don't have like intermission. So like you walk up to the front of the theater and be like, "All right, got your snacks, got your floss, you got." It's like, what are you doing, man?
Be kind of cool, honestly. No, what else did I think? Oh, also in the like upper rankings of stuff getting stuck between your teeth is the rare apple like the peel of an apple. If it gets
that's
jammed,
painful.
It's the worst.
Painful.
But it's so rare. It's like a 1 in 100 thing that happens to you when you're eating
It's
an
all
apple.
about how you're like chewing it.
Yeah.
But
You can eat the whole apple. I know I've talked about this 100 times. You can eat the whole apple.
You can't eat. That's pretty cool.
Have you ever done it?
No.
Oh, I did it one time.
Next,
I felt like a badass.
Next time Zach's on the podcast, he's gonna eat.
I'm gonna eat a whole fucking apple.
All right, I want to watch this.
I ate the whole thing.
And we're
one
gonna wait
time.
for him to pass it, and that's gonna be next episode.
You can't eat the stem. That's the one thing. You're not allowed to eat that, but everything else is edible.
The
Well, you
stem's
just
probably
roll the
edible.
stem.
You could probably just eat the stem.
I mean, I guess, but
It wouldn't be pleasant. I mean,
technically,
It's like, why would you want to? Like eating a whole apple is like, nah. It's like a common thing that you couldn't.
what
eat
is it?
all
There's
the-
arsenic in. It's not arsenic. Is it?
not an apple.
What's
It's
what? It's in the seed. There's a poison in the seed. It's extreme trace. You need like 500 seeds to make it like a lethal dose.
So what if I ate like a bunch of apples in a week?
No, it's like in a day. Like in one sitting, you have to eat
Yeah.
500 seeds. That's why people like. I remember growing up. It's probably like old wives' tale or something. But I remember growing up, and my mom would be like, "You can't eat the core. If you eat the seeds, you're gonna die."
All right, I want to read the Healthline article on this.
There's definitely like poison. Not poison.
I want the actual like abstract or something. I know.
You need.
please-
Is this peer reviewed?
I
Google Scholar this shit,
You
please.
need to get the Journal of Medicine on this.
yeah. Well, this website's so quality that. Okay. Okay, so apple seeds contain amygdalin, a substance that releases cyanide into the bloodstream when chewed and
Cyanide.
digested. When comparing the amount of cyanide present in apple seeds to the amount needed to induce death, apple seeds in small amounts do not contain enough cyanide. However, it's better to spit out seeds and avoid potential
Which
issues.
makes me.
Well, how many
reminds-
apples? Why does this not tell me?
Oh, which reminds
Well, it's
me,
like-
I'm really excited to see a new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
Looks
hang
really
on.
good.
There's something else I want to talk about in movie theaters first, and that is there's two things. What's the OG snack to get besides popcorn? Because popcorn's clearly the OG snack, like a candy or something that you're either gonna smuggle in or, spend the big bucks and buy it at the shop.
Okay, I've got an interesting. Like,
And then
here
I've
we
got
go.
one more follow up, and I can't remember what the other one was.
well, so I'll start because you'll probably think of it.
He's got the arsenic or the cyanide thing.
You would need to finally chew and eat about 200 apple seeds or about 20 apple cores to receive a fatal dose.
Yo,
So 20
You got- I'm
apples.
that's
and-
like one bag of apples. Let's
Catch me
I
in
mean,
the
go.
dump looking for apple cores. No,
Spend $10 to get a bag of apples.
so. No, I'm gonna go to the
okay.
dump. Then I'll be already just buried. I'll just be laying amongst the trash where I belong. So the OG movie candy for me is, and I know this is kind of cop out answer. It's just none because I don't like candy at the movies. Like I'm a
salty guy. I like
I'm a
salt
candy
more than sweet.
opportunist. If you have candy out, I might eat some of it. I have some candies that I like, but rarely will I go out of way to buy myself candy because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna feel terrible after I eat this, like almost immediately.
I
The
understand
mouth
what you're
feels
saying,
bad.
but you're wrong. There are two OG candies for movie going.
Snow Caps are pretty good.
Snow Caps, that's Bush League. That's Bush League shit, okay? Snow Caps, that's what you get when you're like 11 years old. Then you grow up.
is out.
Then you grow up and you're like, okay, what's the good shit? You get the Raisinets and you get the Cherry Twizzler Chews. The
The chocolate covered peanuts are pretty good too.
The two OGs. Yeah, if you don't get Raisinets, you gotta get the Raisinette brand. It's probably Nestle or whatever.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered peanuts. Other than that, you don't mess around with anything else. You don't need anything else.
Movie theater candy's pretty cool though, because if you look at the cabinet, they always have some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
They also got some dumb stuff that you're like some 4-year-old.
There was something I used to like.
coming in
Actually,
here
now that I
and
think
really
about
trying
it.
to get this. No one else will though.
The chocolate covered cookie dough is kind of always good.
Oh man, that's
It's trash, dude. I mean, I'm not a big fan. I wasn't the one that was getting it.
okay. No, hang on. There had another question about movies. Real sucks ass. What movie?
You said something about Spider-Man for a second.
Well, I wanted
before that.
I want to talk to people about the best movie they've seen maybe this year.
The best movie I've seen is Baby Driver.
Yeah, George, what about you? What kind of any good movies you seen this week or this year?
Do they have to be like released in the past decade?
No, just anything new to you.
Okay, I just want to make sure. You know, God, what movie have I seen recently? Because I've seen a couple. That was a while ago. I did actually watch Chips recently, but I was not too much of a fan. If anyone
Chips, like
the remake.
Didn't they do the remake? Yeah, or are you talking about the original?
Yeah, the actually the new one that just came out recently.
Okay, I have not seen it.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, isn't Michael Pena in that?
Yeah, dude.
Michael Pena. Yeah.
I think something like that. Yeah.
It's Dax Shepard.
It's Michael Pena and Dax Shepard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Eric Estrada's actually in it too.
It's just, I'm just not a fan of modern action films that aren't like John Wick.
Because
John Wick is so good. Is John Wick too good?
Still
I haven't seen John Wick 2.
I'm mad.
I want to, but I've seen John Wick 1, and that's like pretty much the best action movie that exists.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I saw both of the Jack Reachers in one night. I didn't see John Wick, and I'm mad.
Is Jack Reacher 2 any good?
That's shit, man.
Jack Reacher 1's just okay.
Oh, it's like the childish version of John Wick.
Well, here's the thing about Jack Reacher is I saw the previews to that, and I was like, this looks really stupid. And then I watched it, and I was like, okay, it wasn't like, it was fine. Like, it wasn't
tolerable. But here's the thing. It's Tom Cruise. The entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, you're like 5 feet tall.
Well, that's the thing. Tom Cruise trying to be a tough guy is just hilarious.
Nah. I'd spit on his forehead and like just trip him or something.
So, like, what do you like in an action movie? Do you need it to be realistic as far as like adhering to reality, or do you want it to be over the top?
No, if it's over the top, I'm literally just gonna be like, this is stupid. That's impossible.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like so realistic, like if
a war, like a war movie.
Yeah,
it's just,
like if he gets shot once, he's dead. Like you're like, you can't be that realistic in an action movie.
Yeah.
Unless it's like meant to be geared that way.
Like an actual just war movie where it's just like
but like if he gets shot in the leg, he should be hurt the rest of the movie in that leg.
Unless there's a time,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's why
like time for him to heal, stuff like that.
Yeah, like John Wick really, it even does bullet management. Like you can sit there and count magazines, and they got it spot on.
That's another thing that does
because that makes me angry when it's always convenient timing when it runs out.
Yeah,
they should have at least choreographed to where they planned for him to run out that spot, not just like 3 minutes of and then all of a sudden click. It's like no, that it's just not 700 bullets in that clip, and you've never reloaded. But like with Chips, they're pretty good. There's just some stuff in it. The major plot points are too fake for me. Is my problem, I think. But like they do pretty much like if someone got shot in the shoulder, the rest of the movie they have something off their shoulder, that type of thing. Yeah. So, yay! But I'm just not a fan of they did too much over gore at some points, and it's meant to be more of a comedy, and it really kind of broke their pacing with it. Because you have to be careful with what's supposed to be like it's a dramedy, but you can't go too real sometimes.
Yeah.
But the ending scene, I'll tell you, it's just very unrealistic, and the ending just felt phoned in. Okay. Like, oh, we gotta end this.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's another thing. Pacing in movies is like that was my main problem with Baby Driver was the pacing. Like
the middle, you said
right in the middle, like 60% of the way through the film, you think it's about to end because you're like, this should end right now. It's this weird like wrap up, but then it's like, oh, we're gonna sludge through this for another 10 minutes, and then it picks back up, and you're like, oh, okay, it's not.
See, I kind of like. For that movie, I liked the character development. So when there was a little bit of downtime in the movie, like I had already grown accustomed to the character a lot. So like fleshing out, like maybe like.
Yeah, it's just the way it was done was really kind of weird for me. Like, I can't remember what exactly my main concern was. It was probably like him dealing with that girl in the diner.
Oh yeah, that wasn't the best.
I was like, this is odd. But then for Jack Reacher, let's get back on that shit show. Jack Reacher 2, the ending, like talking about unrealistic. Tom Cruise tackles the bad guy off like this 3-story building, and they like spin around and like they hit AC units that are like sticking out of windows and stuff, and like just keep rolling around and hitting the wall, and they land on the ground, and he lands on top of the bad guy, and the bad guy, you see his head like bashing the pavement. There's a little bit of blood, like barely any blood. But then Tom Cruise just lands on top of the guy, and like if you fall from that height, you're gonna like just headbutt whatever you're about to land on.
Oh yeah.
but he like gingerly like lands his head like on the guy's like chest, like they're cuddling.
They were, dude.
And then he just gets up and he's like,
He was jacking him.
Actually fine.
He was jacking him with the reach. Dude.
Yeah. That's the movie. He's got
That's
insane
why I call it
reach.
reach around, dude.
He's got insane reach, and he's just jacking off the whole movie.
Wow.
Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie. God awful. Let's get back to the movie theaters though. There's just a question.
Can't
You ever been?
Arcade in the movie theater. As a kid, you ever fuck around in there?
I did, but like I never went. I'd go with my parents a lot, so they like never want to go. So I didn't really mess with.
That was the second tier OG date spot growing up was the movies. First was probably like a little roller rink or like a social function like that.
No, for me, like the movies was number one for me, but yeah, I think the roller rink is like the stereotypical one.
The stereotypical
that's what you're
one
going.
in this area at least.
And ice skating is the seasonal version of that for me.
I feel like ice skating is it is seasonal, but I feel like that's more for like the like hardcore relationships. Like, is it a serious relationship even though we're like 13 years old?
Yeah.
But like, thanks, man. I really mean something to me.
Yeah, you're welcome. But no, like for the arcade, I remember one of the first dates I went on. I went to a movie theater and I went to the arcade after, and we just like played air hockey or something.
What was his name?
His name was John.
John. John's Dick. That's what. That's the first movie Zach was ever in.
That's right. Wow.
Date spot. Yeah, I mean the movies is always good, man. Haunted House. That was my first one.
Haunted House is trash.
Haunted House is trash. I didn't say it was good or bad. I just said Haunted House was one of the first dates I went on.
I'm just over the whole ghost thing and ghosts.
A real haunted house would be like
ghosts are not real.
A real haunted house would just take you through that and be like, here's a lung. And here's a lung of somebody who smokes cigarettes. And you're like, oh no!
And then at the end, it's just a picture of me.
Yeah, and you're like one of your heaviest.
This is your brain. This is your brain on crack.
Oh fuck. Crack is actually just coke that is smoked. Did you know that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. College.
You've told me about it before.
College, it taught me something.
Oh man, my nose itches. I'm dying slowly.
Your nose itches?
I'm gonna die live on this podcast, and it's still gonna get uploaded.
Jeez, did you know that all of us are dying slowly?
Yeah, oxygen's I'm dying of irony poisoning though. I live and breathe, ironically.
No, what it is, this goes back to our theory that only one of us can be having good things happen to them, and then the other one has to like have.
I'm doing pretty good though.
Negative
Otherwise,
ramifications.
I think we're.
Yeah, but see.
Zach's got a date.
I've got good health, so you have to have bad health. You've got a good like relationship, and you're with someone. I don't. So I see it all balances out.
You've got the job right now.
You're unemployed. Oh my god,
dude! I'm gonna tell. Oh, so no.
I think we were meant to be like one person.
Let's just talk about something that nobody will care about. But I went to apply for the same thing you were on now, thinking there'd be new openings, and there's not. Like through the site and local. Like they're only the ones I already applied for.
Yeah, because I got all these jobs actually.
You're like, that's why you're bragging. You're like, no, I don't just have a job. I have the job.
I have the job.
I have all of them.
All of this area.
You have the job.
I have that job.
Dude, it's pretty cool. Oh man, I'm passing away.
Yeah, I have a date next week.
Where you guys going for coffee?
Heine Bros.
Shout out Heine Bros.
Shout out Heine Bros. Best coffee. Second best coffee. Coffee Crossing.
Yeah.
Local coffee.
What's the best coffee chain though?
Chain. I don't know. If Ty was here, he'd be like
Dunkin'.
He'd be dunking on some Dunkin' Donuts.
Honestly,
jerking into it.
I'll say this. Starbucks, which is not like Starbucks. Starbucks is like pretty much average. I don't think it's like horrible, and I don't think nobody thinks Starbucks is really good, but it's not horrible.
It's consistent. If you go to a Starbucks, you know what you're getting.
Yeah,
it's not a gamble.
I said, but you get
their cold brew is pretty good. I mean, like a Starbucks cold brew is alright.
A frappe is just a McDonald's frappe.
Yeah, but I don't fuck with a frappe. I actually go there and I'm like, I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna get a little girly drink.
So I don't go to Starbucks. So I literally have only ever been to a Starbucks where I wasn't in like school and there was a Starbucks on campus where I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go here.
I just like the Starbucks.
Whenever a girl was like, yeah, we gotta go to Starbucks, and I'd always be like, okay.
Well, I like Starbucks because, like you said, you know what you're getting. I don't have to, like, if I'm like, I just want a cup of coffee really quick, I don't have to, like, interpret the menu. I don't have to interpret the menu. I'm trying to go somewhere.
That's why you just always, you pick one thing and you assume every place has it.
And then my thing, though, is I'll get cold brew, and not everywhere has cold brew. So I probably should just get iced coffee, but at the same time, cold brew is really good.
Black iced coffee.
Starbucks has it. Well, yeah, I like black iced coffee. It's good. Black iced coffee with Splenda.
He likes black ice with Splenda.
Yo, hey, add cheesy too. You can Venmo me. The cost would probably be about $2.30 of an iced coffee from Starbucks, and if you do that, I'll like the payment, and then it'll go directly in my bank account.
And we should totally have you drinking that coffee
on the next episode. Yeah,
I'll just start the podcast with the.
And or you can, if you want to pay me like $3, I'll get a warm cup of coffee and I'll dump it on myself. So.
Yeah, so
that's neato.
Pretty good incentives here if you're interested.
I mean, this is the incentives episode.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. So
let's see. What? There's no other chain coffee places though. It's like
there's Krispy Kreme, there's Dunkin' Donuts, there's Starbucks.
Krispy Kreme has coffee too. I thought it was literally just donuts.
No, I was hanging out with people the other day. Well, their coffee looked so bad, and the guy said it was so bad that I didn't even mess with it.
They actually brew coffee.
Like they have coffee. You could go.
It's not like they have like a bottle of iced coffee that you can buy. Like,
no, like
I think they even have that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they do. But
maybe I know Dunkin' has that. You can get Dunkin' drinks in the
that's reasonable. I understand that. I don't.
But as far as I understand, you could technically count Krispy Kreme as a coffee place, even though
disgusting.
You wouldn't want to. Yeah,
that sounds. Waffle House coffee is better than Krispy Kreme. I've never had Krispy Kreme
donuts. Waffle House has good coffee.
It's pretty watery.
You know what's funny is I was thinking about how Tyler was going to be here today, and I was like, Tyler, we're going to talk about Waffle House, jokingly, but then I was like, you know what? No, I won't tease him. But now, like, we got to Waffle House. It happened. So my question was going to be, what's your Waffle House go-to order? And mine would be either waffle with chocolate chips.
I only ever get coffee.
Or coffee. But if you're getting food, speaking to food.
I've only gotten food there twice.
Yeah, I haven't been to Waffle House.
But you've looked at the menu plenty of times to where if you were getting food, you know what you'd order.
No, actually, yeah, I do know the hash brown bowl. The new hash brown bowl. They have like some steak. I don't want fucking Waffle House steak.
No, well, see, I like the waffle with chocolate chips. That was the most recent time I got food there, and that's been like probably like maybe a year ago, or some kind of usually hash browns with last time people were like, yeah, you gotta always get onions. Why wouldn't you get onions? I got onions. It was disgusting, but I like to get them with jalapenos, and I like the jalapenos. I like the mushrooms, the capped. I honestly could go capped across the board, just capped. I'd be happy with my Waffle House hash browns.
Okay.
I mean, it's just fine with that.
I just get ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese is good. I don't like cheese either, though.
No.
Ironically enough, I don't like... This is why another example of me dying of irony poisoning. I don't eat a whole lot of cheese.
Wow.
I like to be regular, dude.
I'm regular and I still eat cheese.
Yeah. I eat cheese every day.
Eat more fucking fiber.
Yeah.
Speaking of why should I have to eat... You eat this thing that makes you have to eat something else to balance it out. Just to eat more.
You should just be eating more fiber in general.
Yeah. Just...
But anyway,
you know
back to the steak.
The problem with what you're doing with your diet is you're actually eating too little. You got to eat more, and then you got to eat the food pyramid. It's like got to all be proportional. And if anything gets out of proportion, well, you can't just eat less next time. You got to eat everything else more to get you more food up. Until then, you're on my 1,200-pound life. That's the ideal scenario for dieting.
Just a ton of fiber. Just eat fiber daily.
Just fiber. Nothing else.
Just fiber pills and fiber supplements.
No, dude. I mean, I eat fiber. I eat like starchy vegetables and stuff. I mean, not too starchy vegetables, but
also
grains.
Sidetrack. I said steak earlier. 2 days ago, I had the best fucking steak of my life.
Where? Just at home.
Homemade.
Dude, well, that's homemade, the best steak ever.
We wrapped it in bacon. It was a little.
Can't go wrong there.
It was a little. Oh man, I forget. I forget what it was.
Steak.
It was some steak.
A1 or no A1 in general? In general,
didn't even need it for this guy.
No, a good steak doesn't need A1. But A1 is good on like bad steak.
This is the first steak I've ever had that was medium well.
See, I was talking about this the other day. I'm probably going to order a steak medium well next time I get a steak out somewhere.
I don't know if I'd risk it being out. Like, I feel like you need someone to cook it for you that knows what's going on. That you actually know. Yeah. Because I was sitting there like with my dad while he was grilling them up, and I was like, yeah, I've never had it like that. He literally pulled it off the grill and was like, try it. I did. It was so good.
I mean, you can't go wrong. Steak, honestly, is like you can't go wrong with steak. I love potato salad.
Oh,
potato salad.
Boy,
potato salad is the best of the cookout, like accoutrement salad type thing.
I don't know about that.
Baked beans are pretty good too.
I'm
including
pasta salad.
Well, I like pasta salad less.
It's good.
Potato salad, pasta salad, coleslaw, macaroni salad. No, macaroni salad and pasta salad basically the same. Macaroni salad's okay.
It's too cheesy. It's always too cheesy.
Well, just mac and cheese in general, or
no, mac and cheese in general is good, but like mac and cheese like salad.
I've never had macaroni salad with cheese in it. It's just mayonnaise and like.
Yeah, no, that's a macaroni salad.
Yeah,
we're talking about like
mac and cheese salad.
Yeah,
it's whenever you have like 3 different types of pasta and like 4 different types of cheese.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's like you're just eating a block of cheese.
I'm offended right now about you bringing this up.
It congeals really quickly too. So like as soon as you put it out,
that's the worst thing about going to a cookout is when the food congeals. It's disgusting. And I'm like, I'm just trying to eat it anyway because I have a problem.
You hit the Jello stage and you put it on your plate and you're like, this is a block of.
Oh, tuna salad though was in that one of just salad type stuff. It's not a cookout thing. Tuna salad's got to be low. And egg salad. That was the other two on the list.
Egg salad's delicious.
Egg salad's easily last on that list.
Egg salad is easily like top of
There's
the list.
only so much you can do at egg salad though. It's not that good.
You don't need to
a good egg salad.
It's good ass shit.
I don't like the texture, man. I'd rather have a chicken salad. Tuna salad.
Okay, chicken salad's great. Gotta have some pecans in there. You gotta have some grapes.
You gotta go all out for good chicken salad.
Yeah, you gotta have some nice finely chopped chicken. You can't have that big honkin'.
Who does that in salad though?
Yo, no, they do it. If you get Kroger chicken salad, they have giant fucking chunks in there.
It's disgusting. So
Meyer chicken salad.
But potato salad.
You get a chicken salad.
Potato salad reigns supreme.
You just have a slab of meat at the top.
Potato salad reigns supreme here is my whole point.
Nah, I still disagree. Egg salad. Egg salad's so good.
Egg salad's last on my list. I like coleslaw too.
No one's gonna bring egg salad to a cookout. If you have someone that's bringing egg salad to a cookout, they're a sociopath.
I forgot egg salad and tuna salad were on that list. It's like a thing I saw online.
Yeah, but I wouldn't count those as cookout things.
Yeah.
So I don't think.
No, I don't count them as cookout things.
Yeah, no,
I misremembered it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand, but I'm just saying, it's like, yeah, you wouldn't count them on that list,
right?
Because that'd be a whole different list.
It's like mayonnaise-based products. Is really what it is, or like things you'd make with mayonnaise.
Potato salad doesn't have to be mayonnaise. There's mustard potato salad
and vinegar-based,
and it's disgusting.
Potato. It depends. It's it's case by case.
You need the red skin potato salad. You don't go red skin, you're a joke.
I had potato salad somewhere like recently that was like vinegar potato salad with no mayonnaise in it, and it was delicious.
Yeah, you're
I also had potato salad somewhere recently.
I'm not eating potato salad.
It was like mashed potatoes. Like it was so finely ground up, and I was like, this looks weird. And I tried it, and I was like, this tastes good, but I don't like the concept of it. Like,
when I'm thinking potato salad, I'm thinking fattening, bad for me. I only need to eat this occasionally. I'm not thinking like vinegar to where I'm like, this might be, not as bad.
Yeah, no, potato salad is definitely just like, it's a cookout. It's going to happen once, maybe a month at most.
Yeah. Potato salad, baked beans, and then whatever else starts at the cook salad.
I don't fuck with baked beans anymore.
I like baked beans, dude. Well, the thing about baked beans is weird.
Are good they're really good for you, though.
The thing about baked beans, it's like the worst thing in a cookout.
Beans.
Is that that's what I'm talking about? Baked beans is that people's idea of baked beans is so all over the map that you could get beans somewhere and it's just super runny. But then a baked beans is usually like a baked thing to where they're not super runny. But if they're also too caked together, it's like this is kind of gross too. So like they need to be a certain consistency. But pork and beans out of the can, just like opening it up and eating pork and beans is pretty good.
I've never gotten pork and beans in a can. That sounds like
that's good. It just tastes like beans. It's not bad at all. I think you would like it. I don't know, like.
Is like a hot dog in it?
What is? No, it's beanie weenie, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that's.
Have you ever eaten beanie weenie?
Yes.
It's just like that with
never out of
dogs.
a can.
You warm it up.
Oh, you've never eaten actually the canned beanie weenie?
No.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
From scratch.
Yeah, no, the canned beanie weenie is pretty good too.
That sounds bad.
It's like a good that's a good ass camping food if you just
really
have that.
Yeah, because you can eat it cold or warm. Like it's great because you know it's gonna be safe just either way.
Yeah, dude.
The first time I felt like a man was whenever I ate a can of, this is the dumbest thing, I ate a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli cold, and I was like, I'm a real man.
It's actually not. I actually don't have a problem with that because it's kind of gross.
I was throwing that shit back.
Chef Boyardee ravioli is one of those things that when you're a kid, you're like, this is good and I'm excited. And then when you heat up a can of ravioli as an adult, you're like, I don't understand how I had any nutritional value in my diet before the age of like 13.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't die a long time.
Well, me too, but Chef Boyardee ravioli is horrible.
I rarely ate salad, too. Now I'm like, salad a day.
Salad's good stuff, dude.
Salad a day and...
drinking water. I feel like I don't think I drank water at all as a child.
Yeah, I feel like it was always soda.
Soda Or I liked iced tea as a kid. I was an old head. I liked tea a lot.
But you liked it sweetened, right?
No, it's just like a pack of Splenda in it. Like, not super sweet.
I wanted to,
I was a fat little kid though. I was a little chunky kid.
Almost every kid.
Dude, what are you talking about? I've always been this shape. I mean, it's not.
But like almost every kid will go through a phase where they're in some form like larger or whatever. So you can't really be like, oh man, I mean as a kid,
Yeah, I like soda. I mean sodas, but we also drank diet sodas growing up, which I mean are bad for you. But but I'm talking about the taste of it being sweet.
Aspartame.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about the taste of sweetness. Like I didn't really ever like the super sweet taste of like say a regular Coke. I still don't. Like,
well, my problem became because I used to
too spicy.
Coke is too spicy.
Well,
dude.
I used to like do sugared sodas all the time. My problem became when I found out I was like hypoglycemic, and that really screws you up if you have a full soda because after that hour your sugar level's gone.
Yeah,
and you have a problem. So I had to switch the diet purely because if I had too much sugar, it would screw up my day.
So you're hypo.
I'm hypoglycemic.
Hypo. Okay.
Hypo. Yeah. So yeah, like
I know about that because I'm in the medical field now.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. You didn't remind us enough yet.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this clothespin has given me as much enjoyment as they've said a fidget spinner gives to a child with ADHD. This clothespin is like the OG fidget spinner.
What I don't understand is why they always pick certain things like, oh, this thing is the perfect thing for... No, literally any object you give someone that can be manipulated is great. Like
this. I was messing with this thing for like 30 minutes.
I can never get a fidget spinner to spin. I played with the one like twice, and I was like,
just hold it.
You can never get it fast enough. No, I've seen people like literally just go like that, and it spins like a freaking jet propeller.
Did you do the same one as theirs? Because, yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because like you could get a cheap one, but
I was like, I don't understand this.
They're giving out fidget spinners. This is so funny. Regal is giving out fidget spinners promoted for that Valerian movie as the promotion of going to see that movie like an opening weekend.
Yo, that's like actually not that bad.
No, it doesn't. But that's the dumbest promotion ever. It's like I hate this so much.
I'm gonna go get a fidget spinner and then I'm gonna eat it and then I'm gonna sue them.
I mean,
dude.
The lightest amount of thing to fidget with is just something that can click. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like you don't need anything special.
I'm super retarded about that. Like stuff like when I'll touch stuff and just like mess with it.
Tactile feedback. Yeah.
No, it's the truth. I just really have a problem.
Yeah, you got a lot of problems.
I would chew on straws as a kid, like all the time. I did that. I still do that a little bit. I like to chew on stuff.
I actually have an idea. I've got a bunch of
in pain, so I put this on my finger and leave it there.
Dude, you know what'd be cool? Is if you took another one and put it on your other finger right next to that one.
No, do that.
Okay, let me actually grab something. What do you think of this idea to make my own little fidget cube thing?
A fidget cube? I don't know what that means.
You don't want to show the podcast, man. They're gonna steal your idea.
Yeah. My idea?
Ooh, look at that. What about this?
This is the super informal podcast.
Here we go. Here's...
I'm gonna accidentally throw up gang signs whenever I'm just messing with these.
Here's the most common electronic component, these little stupid switches. Now imagine if I make a cube out of just these with nothing else. Because they have ones that have these in the plastic part, but I think you could...
I know what a fidget cube is now.
Weld these together and make a cube out of just the switches. And you wouldn't need any plastic or anything else extra. It would just be the button.
Yeah, but I think the thing with fidget spinners, why they like them, is because they're so quiet.
Yeah, no, because most fidget cubes, I actually have a problem with that, is that most fidget cubes, while great for your fidgeting, actually produce sound, which I think is impractical, because if you got those for a business, your entire meeting would be...
Yeah.
Whereas fidget spinners, you just...
Well, I don't know. Nobody's actually using a fidget spinner for what they say they use.
No.
It'd be like saying silly bands were good because they were, for kids with ADHD.
Oh, silly bands. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I had a 30-minute conversation about silly bands yesterday.
What about the other things? What were the other things? There were before silly bands, there was gel bands.
There was just rubber bands, and then there was the ones that were actually animal shapes or whatever.
Yeah, those are silly bands. I'm talking about the gel. It's a thicker band, and you're you're supposed to buy this and give this color to the person you love, and then when they break, they're thinking about you. Do you remember that? You don't remember this?
I don't remember that.
No, dude.
I don't think it gained the popularity of other things.
Do you put the stickers in your Lisa Frank notebook too?
Yeah,
I love you. I love boys. I love all the boys.
What was the other thing? If you
Lisa and Frank notebook. What about that? It's stickers from the Holocaust, and you just stick them on stuff, and you're like, I want to be free and to see my brother again. Yeah, dude, that'd be pretty cool.
What about the cat? Is the cat there drinking milk?
Do they have a cat? Do they and Frank have a cat?
Yeah, you don't remember that from the movie?
I didn't see the movie.
Yeah, we did. We watched it in high school.
My class didn't.
I didn't remember.
Yo,
this.
what?
No, dude.
My class definitely watched it in high school because.
See, I went to an anti-Semitic high school.
Oh,
I didn't learn about the Holocaust.
Even though we went to the same high school, yeah.
Yeah. You went the anti-Semitic portion of it. It's okay.
Yeah, they had an alternative school. They had the anti-Semitic alternative school,
yeah.
and they just had the normal school.
No, in the movie, like the brother, the cousin, Peter. He's got like a cat.
No.
He's got a cat, and then like there's a.
He wasn't related to her though, because she wanted to like bone down on Peter.
I thought it was just like some weird like.
It was the other family that was with him's kid.
I just assumed they were all related.
No,
it wasn't. The Holocaust didn't happen in Kentucky, so it was fine.
Well, there's my problem. I was like, this had to be near here. Yeah. Otherwise, who cares about it?
You're like me when I was like 7. I was like, so this is the entire world, the county I lived in. So this is what the world's like, huh?
Yeah, all the people in the world, right there.
It was like we were watching. It was like my life was like a cartoon. It's like, well, yeah, there's just like the very defined area where you can go, and the world doesn't even exist outside of this area.
Peter has a cat, and he gets like a milk mustache or something. He's trying to grow a mustache, and it's like the whole joke was, oh, do you have a mustache? Your cat could just lick it off. And every time I heard the joke, I was like, this is so dumb. Yeah. And then that's what I based all my comedy on. I was like, this.
You're like this.
This is my brand of humor.
You're like, damn it! If I would have heard them say that, I would have reported their asses immediately. Like, there's some Jews hiding up this attic and being extremely unfunny.
No, I would have saved them because I'd been like, yeah, we need more unfunny people in the world.
I want to be the funniest, man.
I want to be the funniest. You guys have to go into comedy.
The Hitler of comedians.
The Hitler, Amy Schumer.
All right, that'll be all for our episode today.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, subscribe. What are we at time-wise?
We're good. So we'll...
Okay, yeah, that's probably a good way to end it then.
Yeah, I think it totally is.
Oh, hell
all right.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Amy Schumer is the Hitler of comedy.
Let me do a shout out real quick. Follow me on Twitter at CheesyCheesy2. You can see the continued downward spiral of my life as I continue to tweet about different things I think are wrong with my body and my health. So.
Yeah, I don't have a shout out. Just that Amy Schumer is the Hitler of comedy.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Tell everyone why they should subscribe to the channel.
Well, we do have that Lion King video that we just filmed earlier.
Yeah, we got the Lion King video of me.
That's pretty quality content.
Me being a fucking idiot trying to play an old video game.
I would say that there was encapsulated in this cast today, and it's that you took an example of something like Battlegrounds, and you're really knowledgeable of games. And I mean, you look at the history we have here; it's all encompassing almost. I mean, not all encompassing, but nearly all encompassing. I mean, you're getting variety like somewhere you wouldn't see, and you never know what you're gonna get. So I mean, I would say subscribing to ScrubHub, you're gonna get a lot of variety and different stuff in gaming. So it's pretty cool.